This week's all-new episode of Star Wars Rebels was called Shroud of Darkness, and in an interesting change of pace, we're dropped directly into a big lightsaber duel between our Jedi heroes and the two Inquisitors. It's subtle, but we can see that Kanan and Ezra are actually getting slightly better, where before they could barely handle these two guys. What's even stranger is in the end, our heroes get saved by Ezra's animal friends. Yeah, and here you and I thought that whole talking to whales thing in the previous episode was just one-off, but no, that's just a new force power he has, and a pretty useful one, honestly. Kanan begins to feel that the constant hunt from the Inquisitors and Darth Vader is beginning to put the entire rebellion at risk, so in an attempt to turn the tables, they look to Ahsoka for guidance. Once again, we're reminded how Ahsoka has yet to be honest with the crew of the Ghost about her own very personal connection to Darth Vader, and heck, given what happens in this episode, I feel maybe she never will. It's also pretty cool to see Hollow Anakin show up with some helpful lightsaber training tips, making him way more likable in these 5 seconds than all 3 prequel movies put together. The Jedi decide they need to seek out Yoda for more insight in how to properly fight the dark side of the Force, and their mission takes them right back to Lothal and the mysterious temple we saw in the episode Path of the Jedi. Now, if you'll remember in that episode, the temple played tricks on our heroes' minds, and the same thing happens here, only on a much deeper and more involved level. Kanan is forced to confront his own inadequacies as a Jedi teacher, here manifested as angry temple guards, who say if Ezra continues to follow Kanan, he will no doubt falter and turn to the dark side. This segment was all about Kanan having to come to terms with the fact that while he may not be the best option for Ezra, he is most definitely the best option for right now. Speaking of Ezra, he gets a one-on-one audience with Yoda, who questions the young man's motivation and how his only solution for his enemies seems to be fighting, a way of thinking that helped cause the Clone Wars and the extermination of the Jedi not so long ago. Ahsoka also has her own demons to battle, mainly the guilt she feels for not being able to stop Anakin's fall to the dark side. She feels if maybe she stuck around, then maybe things would have turned out differently. Her segment is sad, and to add even more salt on the wound, we get very little closure from this. Heck, not even the villains were left out when it came to trippy vision quests. I don't want to spoil what they saw, but let's just say it's a very nice callback to season 1 and a cameo I was not expecting at all. Shroud of Darkness was an episode that put the focus of Rebels back on the Force and the Jedi in a big way, but instead of serving up a bunch of empty lightsaber fights, we instead got a bunch of lightsaber fights that were all about growing the characters and helping them overcome their own personal issues, or at the very least trying to do that. If you couldn't already tell, this was another slam dunks for Rebels. This is why I give it a 9 out of 10. Hey everyone, thanks so much for watching my newest video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you'll feel like checking out some more videos I have on offer here at Cape Joel.